powered by a Ryzen 7 9800X3D and an RX 9070 XT with 16GB of GDDR6, this setup basically tells you you're good for the next few years, especially with how fast tech keeps moving. This is the Corsair Vengeance a7500, and that X3D chip is an absolute beast for gaming. Pair it with a 9070 XT and you've got one of the stronger pre-builds on the market right now, assuming you're leaning AMD. So what does that actually look like in real-world performance? Let's roll into Cyberpunk 2077. At 4K Ultra, ray tracing on, FSR set to performance, you're hovering in the mid-50s to around 60 FPS. Honestly, that's solid. Ray tracing has always been NVIDIA's playground, so this holds its own better than expected. Next up, Stalker 2 at 4K, which is notoriously brutal. At high settings with no upscaling, it just scrapes past 50 FPS. And yeah, that's a bit rough. Flip FSR to quality though, and suddenly you're clearing 70 FPS. Big difference, much smoother ride. And then there's God of War Ragnarok. At 4K Ultra without FSR, you're landing in the high 60s to mid 70s FPS range. Turn on FSR quality and it nudges past 80 FPS in most scenes, clean, consistent, and just a better overall feel. Beyond raw performance, the system comes with 32GB of DDR5 RAM and 1TB of storage. 32GB is plenty for gaming and solid multitasking, but if you're diving into heavier workloads, 64GB is the safer long-term play. As for storage, 1TB sounds fine until you remember modern AAA titles casually eating 50 to 100GB each. You'll fill that fast. So upgrading storage early is a smart move. Thermals? Yeah, this setup can run hot, but Corsair counters that with water cooling, which does a lot of heavy lifting. Aesthetically, you'll get the usual RGB glow through the fans and RAM. Up front, ports include a 3.5mm combo jack, a USB-C 3.2, and two USB-A 3.2 ports. Around the back, you've got a full spread of additional USB ports, plus HDMI and, of course, Ethernet. Price lands at $3,199.99, and at that number, it's fine. Not bad, not mind-blowing. The interesting twist is its sibling, the Vengeance i7500, sitting at the same price with an Intel i9-14900KF and an RTX 5080. On paper, the i7500 edges ahead in performance thanks to that GPU, noticeably, but not dramatically. The trade-off? Well, you lose the 9800X3D, which is arguably the better pure gaming CPU, and the i9 runs hotter. If it were my call, I'd lean toward the i7500. Same money, more raw power, it's hard to ignore. But maybe you're all in on AMD, or you value that X3D chip more than gaming efficiency. Either way, I want your take. Drop it in the comments below. If you're eyeing either system, you may check out the links in the description box below, or simply you can just scan these QR codes to check them out on Amazon right now. This has been Marty, and I'll be seeing you on the next video. Cheers!